I'm back at 8:45. The stock market is known for volatility, but lately the roller coaster ride of ups and downs has put folks, especially retirees, on edge. Many people may be anxious and wondering, is my nest egg safe? And to help us navigate this, Burns financial advisor Tim Dahlberg, he joins us now this morning to talk about the nest egg. Is it safe? Is this something we need to worry about?
Yeah, and I think with retirees, it's one of those things we start thinking about age, life expectancy, but and I think it's a good starting point, right? As we get a little bit older, we want to be a little bit more conservative, protect those assets. But yes, I think we dive into the personal circumstances. What are the income needs, goals, risk tolerance, especially during this volatile time in the market?
So you mentioned some of those things. What should we be looking at, or retirees, not me? I'm not a retiree yet, unfortunately,
no,
but
right.
What should retirees be looking at?
Yeah, one of the first things they can look at is maybe what's my stock bond mix that is appropriate for my age and my personal circumstances. So we got to think about that. Allocation is going to be crucial. Do I have things that are growth oriented in the portfolio that keep up with inflation, but also what's stable, what's income producing? Do we have anything that's readily accessible? So it's very important to have that allocation in line.
Of course, somebody can, if this is something that you need help with, there are financial advisors out there that can help you navigate that. What about people who have other forms of income, whether that's a pension plan or other income streams?
Yeah, so absolutely. So if you have multiple income streams, let's think pensions, Social Security, maybe rental income and annuity. So you probably can have a little bit more stocks, more growth oriented, because you're not relying on pulling that from that portfolio. However, if you're relying on those retirement savings, maybe that those investments for income, you're going to want to have more of a conservative approach.
Okay, and so decisions like that, you have to look at the market, because we talked about how there's ups and downs, and that can really impact what decision you make.
Yeah, and we've seen it a lot lately. So, when we kind of do an investing, it's going to be a long-term plan. There's an old adage in the market, it's not timing the market, but it's time in the market. And we've seen a lot of volatility. And so what we don't want people is pulling from the stock, because usually it does more harm than good. Remember, retirement is 20 to 30 years, so you need a long-term plan for that. Long-term strategy for the long-term plan.
So based on what we're seeing right now, what should retirees watch out for?
Yeah, so one of the best things I think that you could do right now, one, you want to think long-term. You can make some tactical changes in the short term, but if you're having trouble, maybe struggling with that, sit down with a financial advisor. We can help you with that proper allocation. Also, build out retirement income plan to your specific needs and not just age or life expectancy.
Okay, and so I guess it's a good point to make that people just shouldn't create their portfolio and just let it sit and forget about it.
No, absolutely not. That's when, we often see folks with, they come in, maybe they have multiple mutual funds, maybe multiple IRAs, and sometimes they're over allocated to a certain sector. Let's just say tech, for example. So now you want to make sure you're spreading out that risk, different asset classes, different sectors, and that's where you're truly diversified.
Okay, we know people are out there to help you if all of this seems like a lot. Any final thoughts on what retirees need to do?
Absolutely. Take a look at the portfolio. If you have any questions, sit down with a financial advisor. We can get you off on the right step.
All right, Tim Dahlberg with Burns Financial. We appreciate you being here. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
All right, time now 8:40.